Alrighty, welcome to the training, everybody. My name is Trevor, and I'm going to be hosting today's training on PayPal. And I'm going to take it from the very, very beginning and teach you guys why PayPal, how to set it up if you're not familiar already, and then just some of the functionality involved. If you are going to do anything online in terms of having a business, you really do need a PayPal account. You should have one. And so I'm going to recommend you get one, and I'm going to show you how to set one up today. So first of all, if you don't know what PayPal is, can I just tell you we're sitting on the home screen of PayPal, and PayPal is basically just an online bank account. That's all it is. Just another. It's like having another checking account. Okay. But the reason why it exists is it makes for really easy transfer of money from one party to another, especially if you're going to be doing a lot of selling on eBay. It's tremendously easy, and it's something you absolutely have to have. And PayPal's been around since 1998, so this isn't a new thing. It's pretty good size. There's 165 million users on PayPal, and I've heard the concern every once in a while that, hey, wait a minute, I don't know if I trust PayPal. Maybe years ago you heard of somebody's account getting hacked or something, or that it wasn't safe. Guys, it's been around for 20 years, and it's just as safe as any other banking institution as far as I'm concerned. So no, I would feel perfectly comfortable with you setting up with a PayPal, and you should too. They do like 12.5 million transactions per day, or at least worth of value. So $12.5 million worth of transactions, and they're in like 120 different countries. So I bring up all those statistics only to say feel safe on PayPal, because you should. They're a good, credible company, and it's a great place to keep your money, or at least collect it. And that's the reason why we've got to have it. Is if you're selling on eBay, got to have a PayPal account, because people have to send you money, and that's the easiest way to collect it. All right. So how do you set it up? Right? Easy. Now, it may look a little different on your screen, but let me just show you the way it looks on mine. You go to paypal.com, www.paypal.com, and it'll take you to a screen that looks kind of like this. And it may look a little different for you depending on if you're on your phone or your tablet or whatever. I'm sitting on using Google Chrome on a little MacBook, and this is the way it comes up for me. I'm going to go up here to the top right and hit sign up. Okay. And in case you didn't see that, let me just highlight that in red. I'm going to point to it with my pen, this button right here. Sign up. Okay. All right. So let's click on that. We're going to sign up for an account today. And you're going to first get hit with a question. Well, what type of account do you want to sign up with? Does it need to be a personal account, or should it be a business account? Now, let me stop right here before we answer that question, and let me ask you guys a question. When you first started your eBay business, you may have been told to set up a new account, and that's fine. But if you have an existing PayPal account, I'm simply going to recommend right now that you don't set up a new account. Rather, you use your existing PayPal account, and then you change the status or the settings inside that account and make it a business account. Okay, what's the difference between a personal account and a business account? Well, business accounts allow you to accept credit card payments on the internet, and they also allow you to have added reporting functionality, adding data and reporting that you may use towards the end of the year when you do your taxes and stuff. It's just, if you're going to do a large volume of transactions, which I think most of you guys will, a business account is just way better. Now, does it cost money? No, it doesn't. It doesn't cost extra money. And like I said, if you already have a personal account, you just log into your PayPal settings and you can change it to a business account. Doesn't cost you a thing. Okay. If you want to just keep it as a personal account to get started, you can do that too. I'm not super picky about the PayPal account, because you can actually still collect payment as a personal account there on eBay. But we're going to need a business account at some point. So if you're doing this fresh, you're just starting, go ahead and select business account. Let's do it. I'm going to hit next. Okay, so a lot of times at this point, they're going to try to get you to sign up for a particular type of business account. And there's three types they lay out here. One is called Payments Pro. Two here is Payment Standard. And three is this one called Express Checkout. You are going to do this one right here, Payment Standard. Payments Pro actually costs you money. Number one costs you money. We're not going to do that. We don't need that. We just want to go ahead and use this Payment Standard. So that's what we'll do. Okay. Select Standard. Then it takes me here to another screen. Well, I want your email address. So let's do an email address here. Continue. And it wants a password. I guess it's going to make me create one. So hold on, let me think what password I want to use. I'm just setting up this new with you guys so you guys can see what this looks like. Hold on. All right, let me try this one. If you're like me, you have to kind of keep a book of all of your passwords. Okay, there we go. So I put in my password. Now it says, tell us about your business. So this is going to be fairly easy. I'm going to type in Trevor, last name, first last name. Now, let me just zoom in here a little bit so you guys can see this better. It wants a legal business name. Most of you guys, when you first set up your PayPal account, probably don't have anything legally set up with your state. Maybe some of you do, and that's fine. You can put in your legal business name there. It says this business name should be identical to the name on the company's articles of incorporation. Don't use a trade name or a shorter version of your business name. If you don't have anything officially registered, that's okay. You don't need to. It's nice if you do, but this isn't anything like super official. This is just how PayPal is going to know your business. And you can actually go back in and change that to your officially registered business name later on down the road when you get one. So I'm just going to make one up here. I'm going to call this Ship Group Enterprises. You could call it whatever, TS Ventures, or those are my initials, TRS Internet Ventures, or Global Enterprises, or marketing, or whatever. Just give it a business name. And seriously, it's not a big deal. I mean, don't worry too much about this because it can be changed a bit later. Okay, now they want a business address, and for most of you guys, that's just going to be your regular address. Okay, so while I do this, I'm just going to stop the screen share for just a sec. Let me put in my information here real quick. I'm not going to share this with the world here so you guys can see all my personal information. So I'll pause the screen for just a minute while I do this. Bear with me while I type this in. Probably can't see anything on your screen, and that is okay. Okay, and then I'm gonna agree and create the account. Once I do that, I have to put a little check in the box and agree that all my information is correct, and then I create the account. Now, let me show my screen again. Once my account's created, I usually get a screen that looks like this. It says, tell us about your business. And it gives me a little drop-down menu. Well, a lot of you guys, when you first start, are going to be this right here, a sole proprietorship, okay? There are other ones, partnership, corporation, nonprofit organization, and government entity. We certainly aren't the latter two. You'll be one of the first three, and often if you're not set up as an LLC or a corporation, you're just an individual or sole proprietorship, so select that. Now, it's going to ask for a business category, and we can select something here. You know, we're not in any particular niche yet, so I'm going to have you select retail. Or it's in brackets there. It says not elsewhere classified. Now, if this looks different at the time you're watching this training, choose something kind of general because we don't have our niche yet. That's for sure. And I'm going to select variety store on this subcategory. So business category retail, business subcategory we're picking variety store, and our estimated monthly sales. Well, I mean obviously I'd like to say we're going to do more than $1 million a year in revenue, but who knows how much we're going to do, right? Just be super conservative. We're going to say, we're going to do about up to $5,000 a month in sales. Now, I hope you guys do much better than that, but be conservative in your estimate. It's not a huge deal. They just want to get kind of a general idea for how big your account is going to be. If you have a business URL, which would be like a website, you could put it there, but in most cases, you guys probably won't, at least not yet. So we're going to go ahead and hit continue here and move on to the next section. That last part was just sort of optional, okay? Now, they're going to take me here, and I've got to put in some personal information, which I am going to pause the screen sharing again. And I'm going to put in they want the last 4 digits of my social. They want my date of birth, which I'll put in. I know you guys can't see this, but I'm putting it in here. And my personal contact information, I'll put in one more time. And submit that. There'll be a submit button at the bottom. And it's loading, and here we go. Okay, so I'm going to show my screen. Usually, once you're finally set up, and you'll know you're set up at this point, it says, welcome to your PayPal business account. And again, this might look a little bit different depending on your computer or what device you're on, but I'm all set up. I'm official. I don't necessarily need to do anything else right now. Now, there's some other options here. In fact, there's a spot that says account setup that I could click on, and it actually gives me some steps of some things that I can do. So number one, it's going to have me confirm my email. So if I click on this, it'll send me, likely it'll send me a link to my email. In fact, I think it did that, which I'm going to confirm right now really fast. I know you can't see this. I'm actually doing this on one of my other monitors. Okay, I just did it. Okay, so my email is now confirmed. Then it wants me to link my bank account, which I could do if I wanted to do. Now, a lot of you guys will want to link a bank account to your PayPal. Now, why would you want to do that? So that when you're collecting money from payments made on eBay, you can quickly transfer that money over to the bank account, checking account of your choice, which is probably going to be your home normal checking account, right? You could have PayPal write you checks if you wanted to, but that seems kind of silly in this day and age. You'll have PayPal transfer money over to you, or vice versa. I don't see a scenario where you're going to be transferring money from your checking account, but I see a scenario where you're going to be transferring money from your PayPal to your checking account. So you'll link your bank account. I won't walk you through the steps of that because I'd have to put in my own bank information. Make your business name clear for customers. You can skip that for now. And then this last step is get the PayPal Business Debit Mastercard. You can actually get a Mastercard from PayPal and use that as a line of credit for your business if you want. You don't need it. It's optional if you'd like to get it. All right. So at that point, I mean, you're pretty much set up, and then, you can log into your account, and you'll be able to see reports up here at the top. You've got summary, money, activity. I could click activity and see, if I've had any money come into my PayPal account. It says there's no transactions here right now. Well, that's obvious because I just set it up. But for you guys, as you start getting paid, you're going to start seeing transactions show up here with money that you're getting paid. Now, remember, whenever you get paid from eBay or from wherever onto your PayPal account, if money's being sent to you, PayPal takes 3% every single time. It's actually a 2.9%. So, and they'll take that right away. So if somebody today bought something from you on eBay and paid you, that money would come into PayPal and you would get that money minus 2.9%. It would document that and show that to you there. The other cool thing is if you get paid, you can see your customer's address right here in PayPal. Now, a quick word of caution when you first start and you're getting paid on PayPal. A lot of times when you get paid, the money goes into a pending status. Okay, and all that means is it's your money, the money is there, but they don't release it to you for you to use or transfer to your checking account or use for payment on something. They don't release it to you until you've actually had your supplier deliver the item or send the product out. Okay? Once the item's been delivered to your customer, usually within 3 days, and they can verify that if you've uploaded a tracking number into your eBay for the transaction or into PayPal, they can verify it's been delivered. Once it's been delivered, you're all set. Within 3 days, they'll release the money and it's yours. Now they do that for security reasons, and that's fine. So I just want to give you guys a heads up on that. Once you get some experience on your PayPal account, once it's been open for 90 days, and you've had about 25 transactions and done at least $250 in sales, which is going to be no big deal for a lot of you guys, then they will stop with the pending status. And whenever you get paid, that money is yours right that second. So I'm not saying that you guys have to wait 90 days to actually get any payment. That's not true. I'm just saying 90 days will eliminate that pending status thing where it has to be verified by a tracking number that the item's been delivered. So I want to make sure I'm crystal clear there, because I've had some confusion on that point in the past. Even without having experience on PayPal, as you're getting paid, you ship out to your suppliers, and that money will be released and it'll be yours. There's just a little bit of a delay. That's all. Okay. Okay. And here's the other thing. This is going to be kind of where I leave off tonight. A lot of times I get questions from my clients, and my colleagues here in the office get questions about PayPal. And it's very difficult sometimes for us to answer those questions without getting into your PayPal account. And that's just, PayPal is a financial institution. We don't usually feel comfortable or really feel like we should be getting into our clients' PayPal accounts. So if you've got a question about changing your account to a business account, or changing some settings or an email address or whatever, usually you can come here into your account settings, and I'm going to go here. If you see me click on this little gear symbol or my profile, I can sometimes change my business setup or add a phone number or whatever. I can change my settings here, but if you guys can't figure out how to do that, can I just suggest you call PayPal directly on it? Because their customer service actually can get into your account. And so we're certainly not pushing you off onto PayPal. It might feel a little like that, but the only reason why we're doing that is because sometimes we just can't answer the questions all that well. So let me get you PayPal's phone number. Right there, it's 1-888-221-1161. Again, 888-221-1161. That'll get you, somebody from customer support. And I've actually had a really good experience from PayPal customer support when I've needed them. So feel free to call them. If you've had an old account in the past, you can't remember the login for it, call them and they might be able to get you into it. Like I said, it's better if you've got an older PayPal account, but if you need to set up a brand new one, that's okay too. It's not going to hurt you one way or the other. Suffice it to say, you got to have a PayPal account. Go get it set up. I hope that was simple for you guys to follow along with. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording. And then if you guys have any questions, those of you who are here live with me right now, go ahead and ask. I'd love to answer. Otherwise, we'll finish up and I will let you guys get your PayPal account set up and ready to collect funds from your customers. Okay? All right, let me turn off the recording. If you're watching this recorded, thanks for being here. Hopefully that was helpful. Get your PayPal account set up. We'll see you next time.